Hello everyone, my name is CantDoGames and welcome back to the Weird News. Today's Weird News is all about food. Eating seafood from UK beaches could land you in prison. Yeah, I don't really know why. I would have thought that if you live in the UK, you know you wouldn't touch the food from our oceans. Have you seen what it looks like? It looks like our oceans look gravy colour because it's just dirt. It just doesn't look nice at all, so it looks muggy. But also, a woman who had a strange addiction of eating mattresses ate her mother's bed. Yep, we got another strange Wait, hey, no. Don't you dare. I'm warning you. Bloody hell, they're getting really more difficult to handle now, they are. Yeah, we've got another strange addiction, it would seem. This one, people eating the mattress off your bed. I don't want to imagine the taste. I really don't. But yeah, that's all to come on today's Weird News. I hope you stick around, I hope you enjoy. And let's get into this. Eating seafood from UK beach could land you in prison. Or hospital. Because if you ever seen, like, I don't know, places down near where I live, oceans, they don't look blue. They're not clean. It's because it makes it look like there's mud instead of sand under you, and it's just because the waters aren't clean. It's literally dyed the sea area of where our beaches are, like a browny murky colour, and it's like you can see the colour difference. Like there's a weird line. If you look further out enough, you'll see the line of like this colour change from like the muggy brown water to blue water of the ocean, and it's like, and it's, you just don't think you should eat out of there, out of the ocean in our areas, really, do you? So you probably end up with some sort of food disease or something, I would think. There's a food that you can find on the beaches of the Channel Islands that can only be caught for about 20 days each year and might get you sent to prison for trying to take them illegally. Okay, so it's a rare sort of food. Alright. This felonious food stuff is a bit of a seafood known as an ormera, a particular species of sea snail which falls into the Mocculus family and is considered to be a rare and indescribable delicacy. Oh, snail. But I hate mussels, I hate snail. I have tried them both, so you don't say we haven't tried it. I have tried them. No, I tried it. I thought maybe I wouldn't like the texture, but I'd like the taste. Nope. Both. I just didn't like any of it. They first got really popular in the 19th century, which had an unfortunate consequence of them being overfished, so now there are incredibly strict regulations on how you can get them. Yeah, so they're endangered, so you need to be careful, so it means you leave them alone. Omers can only be gathered on days which are dubbed Omnium tides, so only on the full moon or new moon and 2 days after each between January and April of the calendar year. Doing it at any other time is strictly forbidden. All in all, this means you get only about 20 days of the year where people can gather omers, and the restrictive rules don't stop there. But why only why only for like 20 days on one certain day of year? Like, well, why? Like, is it so they can leave them to reproduce and all that? Because that's still, it's still like, it's like you're trying to stop an animal, like creature going extinct, but you're still hunting it still, but only a certain amount of times. Like, oh yeah, we'll stop hunting tigers and that now. We'll just, instead of us doing it every day of the year, we'll just do it once a year. It still will decline things, I would think, but I've never actually heard of these, and I live in the UK, so I think it might actually be the thing I actually ate then all them years ago back. Might have been. I didn't like it. Ugh. It had a weird name as well, I just can't remember what it is. You can't take any ormers which are too small, below 80 millimeters in length, if you're in Guernsey, or under 90 meters if Jersey is your ormering site of choice. Also, you are not allowed to wear a wetsuit or put your head underwater while gathering the muscles. Why? Where are you going to get your head stuck or something in someone else's net? Yeah. Hey, I caught a big one, honey. Oh, no, never mind, it's the neighbour. You can only gather up the larger ones which have washed up on the Channel Islands beaches and any which end up being exported away from Jersey or Guernsey have to be granted explicit permission. So basically only like food companies really are like the ones that could do that, probably send them to like other restaurants, stuff like that. Breaking the laws around Omers can land you a hefty £5,000 fine, or even see you spending 6 months in prison if you try to illegally nab some of the delicious delicacies for yourself. Why are you in prison? Oh, I murdered someone. Why are you? Oh, I sold drugs. You? Trying to sell I was trying to sell some snails to someone else. Yeah, you aren't in the popular group. The police take these laws seriously too, as in the 1968, the world's first ever recorded underwater arrest was performed by Guernsey's police by an officer in full diving gear. Fucking hell, that must be like a weird arrest, isn't it? Yeah. As for what these periodically illegal delicacies taste like, that is a bit of a tricky question. To answer, since people who describe eating them struggle to really nail down the experience. Tastes like utter crap to me, and salt, and just salt. Just salt. Like, like soggy paper with loads of salt, and like soggy, but like a horrible paper soggy texture, but rubbery at the same time. And then it's like salty, like it's like a big bag of salt just whammed onto it. That's what I remember. Omers gathered Peter Perriot has called them the Marmite of the muscular menu. Marmite, which pretty much means you either love them or hate them. Yeah, I don't like Marmite either, so there you go. Given how there are all sorts of Marmite related products these days, you might one day get an almond chocolate as a Christmas present. A what? An almond chocolate? Snail chocolate? That makes me feel sick. No. Back in 1673, someone was a big fan of the food they called much bigger than any oyster, but infinitely more pleasant to the gusto, writing that if you always ate them, you'd think you were in paradise. Are they some sort of fucking drugs as well? Huh? Is it cocaine, not fucking salt I taste? One modern accounts from the fan of the Omers likewise struggles to nail down exactly how they taste, with a 1981 book describing them as not like fish, flesh or fowl, and like no other food on earth. Because probably it's not made to be food. Maybe. An account from 2011 says they have a unique flavour that is not really in most people's vocabulary to describe, which is not helpful when trying to learn what they actually like to eat. The closest they could come to description was delicious but not fishy tasting. It doesn't help, does it? It really doesn't help. The only way to know is to actually try it yourself, and I'm a sad bastard who's tried snail. I don't know if it was an almond, but it was a snail. And my god, no. Ah. Okay, from really rare foods that you can only get once a year, it seems. It isn't really food, I would say. To someone who has an eating disorder. A woman who had strange addiction of eating mattresses ate her mother's bed. Yep, your mother ain't sleeping anymore, it seems. Sorry, Mum, you can't sleep tonight. Why? I ate your bed. Why didn't you sleep well last night? I ate my bed. I've heard of really weird. I've seen them all now. All the strange addictions. The mattress is it's sort of like how like you get the stuff in your attic. The foundation stuff. It's sort of like that to me. That's what it feels like to bite into it. Ew. But yeah, eat in your mattress, huh? Okay, I'll keep an open mind. I could be wrong. Beds could taste great. You never fucking know. Put some salt in it, bit of ketchup, and fucking know. They say everyone is addicted to something, But you probably wouldn't assume that the something in one woman's case was eating mattresses. No. There are so many things you can get addicted to in this world, and new stuff people can get hooked on is popping up all the time, even if it doesn't intend to be an addiction when it's made. Well, no. An addiction is an addiction from the start. Addiction happens is because you become reliant on it, and you do it completely. I have addiction to do things in order. That's mine, because I have to do things in a certain way before, so I can feel good about myself. It's just that's my addiction. It's me having to have order in my chaos somehow. So yeah, but to eat your mattress, so it makes us think, like, did she ever was it maybe when she was little she didn't have a mattress, maybe? I don't know. Or did they just feed her bits of the carpet and maybe that worked? Saves them, well, actually, no, it wouldn't save you on money, would it? Because mattresses can cost quite a bit lately. They do cost quite a lot. When you think about it, when you want a brand new one, you don't want a reused one, do you? This program depicts addiction behavior that are dangerous and risky in nature. Views should not attempt. Well, if you attempt to eat your own fucking mattress, you're an idiot. Why did they do that scene? Why did they make that scene of her sneaking into her mum's room, looking out the window, even though she just said her mum was in the shower, and then put it in her back pocket like it's some sort of bag of cocaine or something? Oh my god. Okay. Because a little bit hanging like on old cars we used to have, I used to sit there and tear them. And then my mum told me off, took it off me and said, don't play with that. That's part of the car, and I learned. But I never thought to myself, this looks like something I should eat. I don't think anyone really has that thought. Like, can I eat that? I know when you're 5, you'd think, yeah, little kids, can I eat that? But I think kids would know, like, what you're sitting on is not what you can eat. Sorry, my brain. Jennifer keeps her addiction a secret from most people. Yeah, till now. Eating mattresses can lead to liver damage, intestinal blockage, and even death. I thought it was intestinal blockage, because if it's just going through and not even like being broken down and that by like stomach acids, then yeah, that's blocking something. Since she was 5, I don't think. Well, hopefully she does. I hope she does get through this. But if it's, I don't know how old she is now, but she looks like she's in her 20s. Late 20s or something like that, maybe early 30s. But since she was 5, I don't know if there's a way of saving her. These days, more people are seeking help to shake off an addiction to the popular video game Minecraft, okay, than they are to crack cocaine, though perhaps one of those things are not being illegal has something to do with it. Yeah, there is a difference between getting yourself away from Minecraft and doing cocaine. On top of that are the people with serious habits who keep up the addictions for years, like the guy who got hooked on Pepsi and drank 30 cans of the stuff every day for 20 years. Well, that just scared me, because I drink Coca-Cola every day. Adding it all together, that's almost 2,200,000 cans of cola and about 7 million cubes of sugars, which itself is highly addictive with white powder. Oh yeah, it's a highly addictive powder, yeah. But it's not a fucking bit of memory foam that you normally sit on with your ass. I might have, do I have mum tasting bed today, or do I have my brother, or do I have the dad's smelly old armchair foam? To be honest, it's not the weirdest eating habit we've ever seen. Not when there was a man who used to eat his way through things like glass and metal. Michael Lotio, also known as Monstrous Magnetold, that's such a weird name, infamously liked eating foods that really weren't food, and at some point ate an entire plane over the course of 2 years. Yeah, a fucking plane. He was awarded the Guinness World Records for the strangest diet, and doctors determined that he had an eating disorder known as pica, which is where a person has cravings to eat things that are not food. You'll be right to think chomping down on a bunch of glass and metal would be pretty difficult for a person to do, but luckily for Monsieur, he had very powerful dentures, juice, and a thick lining in his stomach and intestines, and which allowed him to eat dishes of metal and glass without adverse effects. However, this did mean that certain action foods made him pretty sick. There's got to be other side effects, like probably like his like nutrition levels and all that, like how his skin would look, how his health is, and who would have done that anyways? Like who would have actually done that to his intestines? We would actually have thought, yeah, that's a great idea. Alright guys, that was some very strange, weird addiction today. Let me know if you've ever tried sea snail, and if you can describe it, let me know in the comments. And if you know of any other my strange addictions that I may have not seen, don't forget to leave them in the comments too, because I'd like to check them out, because I think it's intriguing. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next weird news. Ciao.